Hey guys, before we start today's video, if you like this content, then I would suggest giving a like or even subscribe, and feel free to comment. Now before we go into this challenge, let me set some ground rules. Rule 1. I must 100% Terraria by getting all the achievements. Rule 2. I must switch to a different class after defeating a boss. Rule 3. I cannot use the same class until I use the other classes. For example, if I kill King Slime with the Summoner class, then I cannot use the Summoner class until I've used all other classes. Rule 4. It is okay to switch to a different character and world as long as I create it within the challenge. Rule 5. It is okay to have outside help, only toward achievements that require other players. Without further ado, let's start this video. Okay, this looks bad, but please trust me. So, I have already killed Eye of Cthulhu, as well as progressed a lot in the GetFixedBoi Seed, of which I didn't even record. So, you guys are just gonna have to go off of my word. And plus, I feel like it's just footage that does not need to be shown because it's just 15-second clips that are boring. So, I'd rather do quality rather than boring footage for you guys. And I am very sorry that I cannot show the very beginning of this run. But hey, it's okay. I'll make it up to you guys. So we're going to start at Deerclops. We are currently building an arena for him, which goes very smoothly. Yeah, if I was telling the truth. Okay, after getting brutally murdered by King Slime, I just decided not to go back up there because I was already annoyed, so I decided to vent my anger on the Goblin Army, which, you know, it's good. So, I get the Goblin Tinker, I get to do Reforges, so enjoy this little montage. So after defeating the Goblin Army, I didn't go back to the Deerclops, I flew my kite. Yeah. I didn't know you get high spirits from it, so you learn something new every day, I guess. So, yeah, here's me flying my bunny kite. I know. It's very, 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 very important. And high spirits. Okay, enough messing around. We go back up, and we're going to complete the arena for Deerclops. And there's nothing that can get in our way, right? Okay. What the fuck? Okay, this motherfucker's gotta die. So moving forward, you know, I go into the jungle, I gather some stingers, I gather some vines, especially spores, and I see my little radar telling me that there's a bound goblin. So we're gonna go look for him. Now that he's dead, let's do it 4 more times because he fucking deserves it. Okay, that one didn't count. That one didn't count. Fuck! Now that we got that montage done, we're ready for Deerclops. And surely she isn't as bad as King Slime. Now, Deerclops, at first you'd think would be a scary boss to fight, but honestly, if you start getting the pattern of it, it's just batshit easy. Taking a look at what is happening in the clip right now, I'm just going left, right, and then going away whenever he does the middle attack. But god damn it, you see these hands? You see that? I get fucking hit everywhere because it's only the hands. Anyways, get shit on, Deerclops. Get shit on. I'm gonna charge this one. It's shit on. Chat on, mate! So after vanquishing Deerclops, we have unlocked the Piomatic, of which we will use to fight Bee Queen with. So far, we have used Mage, Melee, and the Summoner class, which leaves us Ranger, which is perfect because we got the Piomatic, which does good damage and allows us to attack her from afar, giving us the maximum mobility that we need to defeat her. Okay, so for this upcoming clip, motion sickness warning and a flashing warning, so you have been warned. Other than that, enjoy. We actually did it. We first tried Bee Queen. And we also kill her about 10 more times. You guess you can see in the background playing behind me. But now, we get to focus on Brain of Cthulhu. Now, because since we used all the classes, we can reuse a class. And for this one, I think I'm going to go with Melee. Not just because I think Melee is the best class, even though it arguably is, but I feel like every other class can have a place where they benefit most from bosses. I mean, if you look at the Blade of Grass, it has amazing AoE as well as poisoning damage. And if we reuse Ranger by using the bow and Jester arrows against the creepers, then that's just a waste because Ranger benefits more from killing Skeletron. You get to have distance, and then you can have more control of the battle if you have Ranger rather than any other class, really. Unless you're using Mage, of course, but I want to use that later. Alright, enough talking from me. Let's go to the desert biome and grab a magic conch. we mine up some hellstone to create the volcano and the armor set that we're going to use against the wall of flesh. We will also create flasks to inflict fire damage as well. With the preparation that we need 3 components, one of which people don't really think about. Golfing. Yeah, I know, golfing in Terraria. As absurd as that sounds, it's actually one of the most crucial components that we need to defeat the wall of flesh. Golfing actually allows us to get one of the best mounts for pre-hard mode, especially when you're going in a straight path, which is the golf cart. Now the reason why the golf cart is so crucial is because it frees up 3 mobility slots that we don't really need. We won't need the Shield of Cthulhu, we won't need a Magnoluminescence, nor will we need boots. Instead, we can use more important accessories that allow us to do more damage to the wall of flesh. The second component that we need is the Knight's Edge. The Knight's Edge will provide us with enough AoE to deal with the Hungries as well as the imps that appear behind us. It will also allow us to do enough damage to kill the wall of flesh. The third one is very important. Originally, how people defeated the wall of flesh is by building a very, very long tunnel to funnel out all the imps, as well as to make, oh hey, I got an achievement, also to make the mouth and 2 eyes closer so that they do maximum damage. However, if we rather just, not build the arena because I'm, lazy, then the imp banners are 100% a viable strat whenever it comes to dealing with them. Fortunate for us, we already found an imp statue, so we can just farm those easily for imp banners. Now before we do that, let's tie up some loose ends. We're first gonna get Terra Spark boots, that's a no-brainer. We're then gonna get a base because it's kind of getting crowded and, messy with the other 2 chests within my, original base. We're gonna prepare for hard mode, which involves a mob farm and cutting off the certain edges so that corruption and crimson can't get into our biomes, especially our jungle biome. Last but not least, we have to fight Skeletron. It's so unfortunate. We'll save that stuff for later. Currently, we're building a fishing spot at the ocean, since we need ocean crates for water walking boots. This also allows us to get the aglet and all the other stuff, which we don't need to get because we already got it from our goat. Also, if you made it this far, comment down below what's your favorite evil biome. Anyways, here's a live reaction to me getting water walking boots. Yes! Okay, what the fuck was that shit? Now tell me why that shit's kind of like... Hooray! So, anywho, we're gonna go get the shimmer and move it somewhere more safer than where it is right now. Now, get this. I bought maybe almost 3,000 wire, and you see the color of the wire right there? So, I'm so stupid, okay, that I decided to mix red and green. And I have no idea. I had no idea. And I'm starting to spawn stuff because I'm so stupid because I decided to use red, which every other thing uses red. Anyways, we turned in our quest for the angler. Ew. I eventually have to do that. And then we go into space and everything is fine. Oh, wait, I think the footage is glitched. There we go. That's better. So, we go in space, we're looking for islands, and this upcoming footage, I have never seen this many harpies in my life. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. This in vanilla is not normal. I don't know what was going on with the spawn rates, but it was going cuckoo crazy in my personal preference. So yeah, a peaceful waning crescent of the night, and oh, look at this, a floating island. I enter it, and everything's gonna be lovely-dovely, right? Well, if you were to brew a concoction of the Zerg potion from Calamity and a battle potion with the additional battle horn, then you get this, bro. Looking at this again, it really does give me flashbacks. I have never seen this many harpies attack me at once in a floating island. And I am never, ever going back up there to get stuff ever again after that. Thank God I got the Star Fury. Oh my God. moving forward after that nightmare, we go to even something worse. Yeah, for what I'm gonna do to the angler, he's not gonna sleep easy. Seriously, you are the worst NPC to ever exist. Wait, what? You're asking how I have the night edge in that recording? Fuck. I guess I have to show the nightmare I went through. If you look at the clip, everything's after my ass. Within this first phase, there is no break. There is nothing. And what can I do? I don't know. I don't know what I can do. There's 2 devourers after me. There's everything here. Everything to go against me. And I can't do anything about it. But hey, you know, sometimes this stuff happens. And especially in games and in real life too. But a wise man once told me.
You want me to give you a little bit of advice on that? Yeah, just get better.
With Skeletron defeated, we got some business to do. Firstly, we gotta think about making an arena for Wall of Flesh. Without a proper road for our golf cart, then what's the point of us even getting it? Now also thinking about the future, this will give us an optimal way to traverse the underworld. Another thing that we're gonna need is buffs. Ever since we fished up the water walking boots, there wasn't a really need for anything with fishing, other than completing the angler's quests, which everyone knows about that. After we fish, everything should be ready, and we should be able to fight Wall of Flesh without any issue. I just hope I haven't forgotten anything. That would be pretty bad if I forgot anything, because with the Wall of Flesh, there's no turning back, no magic mirror to save you, and the world's forever changed, so hopefully we didn't forget anything. Without further ado, let's do this. We did it, but there's a slight issue. I killed him using melee, which violated the rule. I was so tired I didn't realize. So, with the rule being broken, there must be punishment.